Okay. So, I'm going to click over here so I can see two chats here. I want to see Slums and Discord. There we go. So I was doing a little playing while I was watching some videos. Mostly I went around and just collected mass amounts of resources. Because it was kind of neat. Ooh, Shrimmel. I don't know how much all that's going to be very good for us, but I'm going to start throwing food into there. We do have a decent amount of things here. I did make a bunch of steel. I wish I could. Ooh, actually, we can. Ooh. So we are generating 40 or 60 and consuming 60. And that it would be true because we have 60 right here. So all those are full. So what are we doing? So 40 was going in. I don't know if 40 will, that will keep all of these good throughout the night. But we're not going to worry about that too much. At least not yet. I did put another one of these down. So I put down 5 more big batteries. I moved the small battery and put this one here. Kind of a thing. I gotta see if I can get over here. I'm not going to interrupt things. I need to put batteries down. Basically to help keep all the power that we need throughout the night. So that we are no longer really dependent on burners. They will be kind of needed going forward, but our dependency will be far less. So let's see. What we need first is we need stone, wood, and copper. So let's take that stone. I need copper. Got some copper there, and their UI needs some work. If anything's behind it, it gets wonky. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to throw in 10 here and 10 there. That's mostly going to be needed. As you can see, we now have a considerable amount of coins. I did one run. I went to see what could be bought, and I mean we could go buy the Dragon Slayer part of the sword, but I kind of want to keep that and maybe wait a little bit before we do anything with that. Because we are progressing here and several things. And one of the things I want to do is I actually want to take, and I think I can put in, yes. So I think what I can do is I can daisy chain these together and slowly pull them out, and then at the end, probably take them out, shuffle them down, put things into vaults. But I am not too concerned about that at the moment. Let's throw that in because we can get decorations done. Not that I'm really going to do a whole lot. I think the lamp is going to be the biggest one. Depending on how we can do the stone wall, if we can use that to fill in. But we're going to want, and one of the things I was looking at is, can I get anything for these? And I can't until I unlock plastic. because I can buy oil, but I cannot buy rotors or plastic. Kind of a downside. We're going to throw that in there just to speed it up. And then we're going to go to this, which means 20 copper, but I also need 20 steel. And to be honest, I only have 15. And I want to put down a couple more solar panels, so I know for sure I need another 20, right? Or not 20, I need another 15, because 10 steel per. And then I need this. This is what I need just to do what I want. So I need 35. Ooh, 35. That's a considerable amount of... I should have enough coal. I was close. I do not have enough just yet. And I'm not too worried about the amount of resources being gathered. I know I need to start filtering them, but if I start doing that, I believe... Oh, they gotta pull away to Bert. Do apologize. Because we're going to want... Here we go. We want volts. Volts are good because it holds a lot. And I mean a lot of resources. But I need a steel for it. This is a little bit cheaper. I can't hold as much. But the big chest is... maybe ideal. It's one block. What is this? This one's probably a 2x1. So I'm not... I kind of want to use them, but I don't want to use them just yet. And let's come over here. And I probably haven't gone much. Because I need to start pulling out wood. I will probably have a small chest for wood. And then one, or for like us to use. And then one that's wood that won't be for us to use. Basically because it'll go to make biofuel. So let's take, come on. I'm going to throw that in there because, well, as I said, biofuel is going to be something we're going to be using a lot of, and it's kind of going to be our power runs out. We can't keep up with batteries and solar. We're going to need to use burners, and biofuel is decent. I'm not going to put down really more batteries at the moment unless it's needed. Because batteries kind of suck. They take 5. And copper. Not much, but... Ooh, and I can't even do that. Okay, but I have copper, don't I? I could have sworn I have copper coils. I do. I have 20. I have 20. And see, this is like... maybe we do need a few more large batteries, because this isn't... we're not producing enough to get through the night. Or we're not storing enough to get through the night. But... we're going to start with batteries. Or solar. And I think I'm going to try and get 4 more solar, and then I'm going to do batteries and see if I can do about getting across. I can't outright get across. I am like 1 block too shy. Okay. I will say, though, that will help a little bit, but they don't hold a whole lot of a charge. So let's throw that in. Actually, let's just throw all of that in. Because we're probably going to need more of these anyway. Bombs, ooh, that would be good. So we can get... Okay, yes, there we go. So we can get a couple more solar down. Yeah, we're going to get all of that. So let's see what we got for... Nope. We're almost done. We need 5 more here. That's not much. So let's see what we can do for getting more ingots smelted. Just because I want more coal. I'm greedy. I need it. Alright. We're going to put... a lot of biofuel in. Because we're going to start collecting. And so that will do a lot to gain that going. So I'm going to have a decent amount here. 48. I could get a lot done on those. So let's just get 5. And really, that should get us most of the way there. And then I'm just going to start stacking this with coal. So let's see. I need 20 copper. And 20 steel. And we're going to start with that. Now, obviously, these are going to drain a lot. So let's see. I am going to want more. I want 4 of those, but I need more big batteries, which is going to need... let's see. 1, so 15 here. I need 35. We are going to need 35. So let's go around. We're going to collect some coal here. These being the biggest source of things I want to track, because wood is kind of necessary for power, or not really power, but power at the moment. We need something burnable. I'm going to need more coal, primarily, but I'll collect wood and iron as necessary. Stone, yeah, would be good, but not critical at the moment. I am going to be streaming for a wee bit here on this, and then I'm going to switch over to Space Engineers. And we'll get going on that. And here's the dumb thing. I'm actually going to shove some wood in to help keep these charged. I can't get onto this. I kind of should know I can. I can get right here. But this isn't going. We're actually gaining. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Ooh, we are done with that. Okay, so for this and that, advanced collection, the thumper. Oh, oh. Does this like hit the ground and break all the stuff around it? Let us, like, this would be good, but I think this probably could help. I don't know yet. So let's see, what do we need for this? Okay, we need 5 rotors. Okay. And then we need rotors for this. Okay, how do we get rotors then? Steel, copper, wire, and gears. Okay, okay. And I'm going to throw in 10. And I'm going to throw another 10 in. And that is awesome. I'm just going to throw that in there. We're just going to start making a bunch of it. And I'm going to go around for coal. I don't have a whole lot of a choice. I need coal. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, let's actually look. Electric furnaces needs plastic and needs that. So I think what I'm going to do, this is going to be the next step. We're going to get this. We'll probably get the collector efficiency just to start with. But once we have that, I personally think it might be better to get some of the other things that we need. I'm going to throw that in so we can get that. Okay, so let's come here. Let's go to copper wire. Boom. So we're going to want, let's get 2 more solar panels, and then we're going to work on this. Okay, I lied. We're going to get that first. There we go. And for that, I need 5. So I've got the copper wire I needed. But let's just finish this off. Just because I felt like it, okay? Don't judge me too much. I only need 5. Oh. We'll get that going. And then we're going to make some gears. Because I'm going to need to do this, so I'm actually going to need more copper wire. So now, power-wise, we're going to produce 100, but we're consuming 25 at the moment, which is wonderful. Okay. So we have stone, a lot of stone, 140 stone on us at the moment. We have that. So what do we need then for that? So we need processors. We still need processors. Okay. So we're just going to throw 10 down. What we need for another crafter. Let's do that. Let's look at rotors. We're going to take gears. We're going to make 10 gears. We've got all the solar panels that we want. We may not have all the batteries that we want, but we have everything else that we want for the moment. In fact, as I say that, or mostly because I said it, ha ha ha. I'm not producing a whole lot of raw ore at the moment, which is fine. Which is fine. So I got those. So let's come down here. Let's go to rotor. I'm gonna throw you in. Actually, I'm just gonna. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna throw all of you in. We're just gonna throw 10 in. In many ways, this is like a very minimalistic game. Someone I've been talking to has been having a hard. Well, yesterday had a hard day, and she's been very quiet towards me today. It's actually kind of, I don't want to say annoying, but annoying. Okay. I'm going to throw you in. I'm going to throw this in. Throw you in, because why not? Take this, throw that in. Boom. So we now have 10. And now we have the problem where I need to do this. And actually, I'm going to just make it so I have a bunch at the moment, because I don't know how the refineries are going to work. So oil rig. So now, let's put an oil rig right there. I need this, so I need some copper. So let's go get some copper wire. going to need to get some wood here. For testing, at least. Let's put you down. I can't move it. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Fuel cells. What about plastic? Plastic needs coal. Yes, I can do that. I can do that. So, fuel cells are 46. So, basically, it doubles. Like, this to coal doubles, and then it gets 4 times. Not double, but it goes up by 4. And then this doubles with that. Well, we're just going to throw you in there for now. You can burn up. I don't care. Alrighty. So that's going to get us some... Is it 1? Do I use 1? It looks like I use 1. I'm going to have to assume that they're going to have a bench at some point. So I wonder what that efficiency will be then. Can I put you... I can put you on ground. Okay. No. No, I can't. Goes red. It has to. Has to be. Okay. Yeah, it's annoying. Really annoying. Okay, let's just go get a bunch of copper, I guess. I don't know. Because right now I got 4. I guess if I can get like 16 copper, or not 16 copper, 16 coal. Yeah, like down here would be a massive spot to go and get collectors down. It's pretty open. It's, I won't say the greatest. It's got good shape. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna throw 5 in here. And 1. We want collector efficiency, so we're gonna do that, and we're going to throw you in, and let's just see what collector efficiency does. Alright, so let's take a look. We're at 60%, all sounds gonna be 80, and then we're gonna be done. It's the same size. Okay, so it's not like it grants us anything like, I won't say major, but doesn't do much. So I think it's time we actually start doing some automation. Power wise, I mean, we're generating 100. I think right now we're using what, 35? So I might need more solar panels soon-ish, but at the same time, I've got a considerable amount of ways of producing some power. And, right, let's actually 5, 5. Yeah, so we're about 35. These two, right, I mean, really I just need to have something here that can pop, and then I'm more or less good to go. Not enough oil popping up in your spot, or at least in your area. Which is fine. I've limited like half. Oop. But we're good in terms of being able to get this going. because I can get couples down, but these fuel cells, it needs a couple barrels or a barrel and a copper ingot. Like, that's nothing. So to start with, because we have a lot of wood coming in, and we can easily replicate that, let us okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually be passing those along with a conveyor belt to a central processing unit, or one that we're going to start filtering out. But that does mean I'm going to need to start converting a lot into biofuel and iron, because that's what we're going to need to start with. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. We're actually going to put some burners here. They're furnaces. Nope, it needs to be a burner. I do not have enough stone bricks. Okay. Okay. We're going to throw you in. I'm going to throw you in, because then we can really start cranking those out. So, because these produce 20, I'm thinking I have 1, 2, I want to do 4. Actually, no, we're going to want 7. We're going to do this. Boom. And let's throw this in. Do I have... I do. We're going to do that. So let's come here. We're going to want... boom, 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 boom. Right? But what we're going to do is we're going to come like this, and that's all that's going to be here. We will take a mover. We're going to blacklist or whitelist. Boom. Right? That's all we want. Let's going to come over. So these should get filled. Let's get, I want to say a big chest is going to be what we want. And a big chest wants stone. Okay. We're not going to do vaults for that. I think a chest will be big enough. In fact, if I was to do this, that'd be big enough for all of those. And I can shove some batteries there, but I don't have enough for that, so I'm not going to. So what do we need for electric furnaces? We need 10 and 10. Okay. I'll keep those for now. We'll need that. So let's do electric furnaces. I'm going to throw that one in and that one. So we should have this done fairly quickly and get electric furnaces. This one I'm not too worried about. Mining laser will be next. We just need to start obviously producing a bunch. And I think what we're going to do is remake a weapon here at day 25, and we're going to go to the next zone. So UN, and do I have any? I do not have any on me, but I do have this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's throw more here and more there. So we should be fairly good. Yes, we have that. We're just going to say use the next one. What does an electric furnace take to run? Takes 10, so that's one solar panel basically absorbed by an electric furnace. It is not too bad, because then I don't have to worry about using coal for anything but making steel and plastic. Okay. We're going to actually take all of that because I'm not going to be making much steel at the moment. I want to keep my steel for something else. So let's come here. I need you. And we're going to take a mover. And I need a crafter. You're going to be set to this. That's all you're going to make. We are going to whitelist you. And obviously whitelist you. Nothing should be in here but that. I kind of want to set up a vault as a... I don't want to say sorting station, but a sorting station, if you will. I want everything to go into it automatically. And I want it to be taken out. No, it is outright a 2x2. So I could have... What's long range? Long range only skips a space. That is not going to be enough. Because I need to take out stone, wood, copper, iron. No. I need 5. So I need stone, copper, iron, wood, coal. No. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple things pulling off. And that's what I'm going to do. I think I know what I'm going to do in terms of resources. At least resource processing and holding. I am going to need a lot of volts. But once they fill up, that's kind of it. Right? I want them to fill up, and then anything extra or anything we process too much of in a quick time frame will get... I want to say voided, but voided. I mean, if it's too much for us to, handle, because that was like, 5 rows? I don't know if it's excess quantity, like 5 rows and it's, several stacks worth. Because if that's the case, that's great. Otherwise, we're going to fill it up massively quick. So let's start here. We're going to take this and we're going to throw in copper Yeah, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to take 2 movers, right? Boom, boom. One is going to blacklist wood. The other is going to whitelist wood. Woohoo! And then there we go. Now we're going to start producing massive amounts. Now, one semi-important problem that we need to handle is this. There we go. So it'll take a little bit for one to fill up, but once it does, and these all fill up, and they will in time, consuming, and this is going to start dropping, isn't it? Yes. Because we're not producing a whole lot. So right there, we are consuming 80, but are we actually consuming 80? No, this is going up. So with the 4 of those going, and no research or any other crafting going, we are actually outproducing what we're consuming, which is kind of the goal. This isn't supposed to be like the end all be all, if you will. This is supposed to be, and if I wanted to make it that, I need to take this and move it over 1, and then I gotta duplicate the process up here, which would be something like once this fills up, that we go and do. However, it is day 25, which means we're going to do a inventory dump. And let's take a look. Let's take a Schrimmel Pommel. And let's take a look at what we can change. So I kind of want to keep that. Let's take you out. I like the quicker reaction. So let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. I don't have any on me now, but let us go to the dungeon. Now, once you see it right as it stands, there's not a whole lot to it, which is, understandable. And we are gathering. And our landing pod is gone. the quickness on that to recharge is awesome. And the shroom lets us one-hit things, which is great. And the reason why I'm doing this is we're going to switch. I want to see what it's like with this. And it's not saying that we're going to go to the boss with this, but if we find a boss, I'm not going to say no. Okay. I'm kind of annoyed that I had to re-sign because I've spent a lot of money on getting things together for my own company. Probably a little bit sooner than I should have, but it is what it is. I am going to be looking to get investments for it here soon. Looking at what my city does for companies, and I might wait until next year to fully go, here's the company. Basically, it's going to let me get some more research and more development in so little things like that. I'm just being really dumb with the damage now. And some things I'm going to do is I'm actually going, I think I clicked outside the window there, which is really stupidly annoying. But it will let me do things like build my bookkeeping out, how I want to generate, how I'm going to do my P&Ls, how I'm going to make the P&Ls look, because bookkeeping is a big part of running a company, and I think a lot of people underestimate the amount of work. I need to go and upgrade my mining efficiency here. Not saying that bookkeeping in of itself is hard, but I won't say more complicated than people make it out, because it is and it isn't. Depends on what you're doing and how you're keeping track. Ooh, let's hold off on that. So here's our escape. Well, I want more money. So let's go. And the first time second time I was here, the one I did just before I started streaming, this is what I did. I gotta remember spaces dodge. Basically, I just ran around. And now what I do is I just farm the ads. Farming the ads doesn't take too long. I think I did it for about 5 minutes and I gained like 100. I found the boss kind of early on. I find it helpful in terms of survivability to, I don't want to say, keep them around a whole lot, but if you run around a little bit, let them kind of spawn it a bunch. I mean, that one's a single one, but as you do it enough, you'll come around and you'll get clumps of like 2 or 3 that are in weapon range of each other. These ones aren't, but as I run around some more, I might find some that are. Ooh. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start going, gotta make the P&L, gotta make the product tractor. Ooh, here we go. There's 2 of them together at once. But you want like, here's what I'm selling, here's the price, here's, you know, I don't want to say inventory, but you gotta start with it. You gotta have inventory. You need to track time. Is it basically worth it to sell at the price point that you're posting at? So, you know, in my case, I'm, you know, computer repair. For cleaning, what do I charge? For troubleshooting, what do I charge? Per hour, do I charge to the service? Do I charge to the hour? It's the fun little things. You need to track that. So you gotta have a kind of a tracker for everything. Then you gotta look at, you know, if you're selling, what service were you selling a lot of? Do you have enough labor to cover it? Yada yada yada. I was gonna say that one's like right on the in a weird spot for me. And then you need to track costs to do the labor, or the general costs to do the labor. You know, in this case, how much electricity is being used, what parts are used for a. You know, I'm having to replace someone's motherboard. You know, you gotta charge them the price for what's the labor, what's the cost to take all the parts out, put the new parts in, make sure everything runs, power supply is still good. Anytime I swap out parts, major parts like a motherboard, I 100% check that the power supply is still functioning right, i.e., what's my voltage. And I'll let it sit there on the BIOS for a few, and I just monitor, see if it adjusts. I mean, it's idling; it shouldn't really change much. But you know, let's say that takes, you know, an hour of testing that I let sit there for, right? Well, that's an hour electricity. Am I calculating that into the fee? Do I charge for that? Ideally, you would calculate that into the fee. You know, I'm going to be doing this here's the labor fee, the admin fee. Like, you're going to have a couple of fees that you're going to have, but they're built in. And I was talking to someone, and one of the best things that you can do is you're going to charge a set amount, right? And then you're going to go, hey, I can do this. Here, you put the admin part of the fee in to the cost. So, $10 to do the service, or sorry, $30 to do the service, but I'm going to charge a $10 admin fee. So now that's a $40 event. Okay. Well, I think I've ran around killing the ads long enough. I'm just going to let him spawn some more in, or see how much he has in. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to give him a nice little whack. But there's some things I need to figure out, how I'm going to track things, how I'm going to do everything that I want to do. I still need to find, because I'm going to sell computers as well, not just XYZ. And some of the things I am going to do is I'm going to sell designed networks. So I gotta find the parts, the costs I'm gonna charge. And see, this is how I went and got I got 10 from it. Okay. Well, let's see if we can go around and get a little more. And really, to be honest, the boss is like the worst part in this. Mostly because ads. So this is a dagger blade? Okay. And a bunch of copper. I might have to get to 200. Okay, I got to 200. I've already settled I'm going to do a few builds, but what ones I'm going to do, I'm still debating, as there's many different ways to do it. Different aesthetics. Ooh. Ollie Fusion? No. I'm sorry, I refuse. And with that, I'm not really sorry, but I just refuse. So let's go, because what we're going to do That was the room we spawned in, which means we gotta go this way. Boss is there, so we need to go up. And we're gonna go here. So we're gonna do one more run after that. I want the Dragon Slayer. I can't get these, so I don't know why they're there, or if I just haven't done the right prereq for it. So let's come here. We're gonna go back to the base of operations. Let's at least see. Okay, so we're getting a decent amount going. Yes. Thank you. Awesome. Don't make me hate myself for saying that, but oh. What? Okay, so let's take you. Boom. First one scared me there. Let us go for another dungeon run real quick. I mean, they don't take too terribly long. Oh. You're kidding me. 2 rooms away. Like, fastest dungeon I have had. Not saying I've done a lot, but that's the fastest one. Last one was so much quick. It took so much longer. Let's see if we can at least find something else interesting. I know we won't, but... Holy... And the reach is, I want to say, bigger, so... So, these guys don't... It doesn't do any damage. The larger one might, but the smaller one does not. Or smaller ones do not. No. I think they just slow you down for a few seconds. That's interesting. Kind of lame, but interesting. I've hoped for a little more. Now to find the exit again. Found it. That weapon is sick, to be honest. But we have advanced collection to do, and I want to automate some things before we get to that point. I'm going to blacklist this because I want this to fill out. Because why not? We'll just burn other fuel when needed. For example, let's come. Oh, this isn't exactly needed, so let's come here. Oh, you son of a gun, you. Going to go with that. Let's go to fuel cells here, and we're just gonna make like 10. Actually, let's do 20. We're just gonna go to straight 20 because I can put 5 in each, and we're just gonna burn those for a little bit, I think. We'll need to start coming out here and sorting out more. So I think what's going to need to happen is I need to have like a grid up here of batteries and a lot more solar panels. Basically, these two are going to get to go. So I think everything now is only 2. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have some elsewhere, probably over here. They'll just put in the resources needed. And what I'll do is I'll manually set up bulk crafting. So if I need to craft, a bunch of if I need to craft a bunch of resources, right? I'll just throw the stuff into a chest and it'll go out. See, this is where it's really nice, and I just need to set up bulk storage. Do I have ingots? I've got steel. Okay. So what's gonna happen is I need to move one over. There we go. So now that's working just fine. So for research, let's do mining laser, 5 copper. We're going to do that. Man, her day must not be going very good. She has not really responded today. Which, I'm not going to say isn't like her, but isn't like her. So this is what's like before. And after. It's a little bit better. Definitely need to get it stronger though. But all they do is they increase ingot. So in order for me to make a lot of that, yeah, I need to start processing a lot. Batteries, electric furnaces. So I need a lot of steel and plastic. And I think I can get a lot of that to work here. As this, it fills up. Because, yeah, this is... It's going to take a little bit. I think it only lets you have so much in here before it goes, no. Doesn't outright fill it up. I think it only lets for like 1 or 2 crafts in. Oh, I set blacklist. Oops. Okay, so max is 10 per thing. So that might take a little bit, but... Alright, so what I'm going to do is very weirdly, I'm actually going to let this run. Tomorrow I work, and I'm going to let this run all day doing this. Basically, I'm just going to let it generate like massive amounts of resources. Because I don't want to say I don't have a whole lot of a choice, but in some ways I don't really have too much of a choice. I needed to let this produce like one of these pretty much covers a furnace. So I'm gonna need one for stone, I'm gonna need one for copper and iron. So I need 3. Plus I need one to make sure I'm producing enough so that overnight I can hold. Which the burners help. The pretty much a burner and a half cover it, and then the other 2.5 that I have will cover the rest. But I need to have enough coal or enough fuel for that. And I right now, because I can't get, this is really stupid to me, unless it's a specific spot that you gotta take from. Actually, I'm gonna check that. No, they don't have anything, which annoys me. Because it really should. There's nothing that says anything about how you get, and I shouldn't have put all that wood in there. Whoops. I need to throw 1. I can do it on that one. Let's do it on this one. Let's just get a bunch of wood here. I did not push the yesterday's stream to the tubes. Mostly because I kind of forgot I was tired, hungry, and a little concerned. Person I've been talking to, she's been having a rough time with a boss of hers. Boss wants to replace with AI, and it's not going to go well if her boss decides to go that way. Just not. And I think a lot of people think AI is the greatest thing, and it's not. It's decent. It's all right. It's a tool, but you need people that use the tool, not have the tool replace the users. Excuse me. Which unfortunately is what most people see AI doing. At least the not so bright ones see it doing. I cannot figure out. Ooh, they have a wiki. The wiki is not updated. They have a Discord. I do not want to do any of that. Skip. I'm just looking here. I posted, but I don't see. There's nothing. So the collector's house. I do not see anything. I just don't see anything. And their last post today in the Starground General was at 5:45. So it's over 4 hours later. So it's not massive. Um, Unfortunately, for the most part, when things happen like this, when it gets updated, things, wikis don't get updated too quickly. So, I will throw the oil in here. I am not going to give it some copper or I'm going to do this. We'll get 30 fuel cells. Let's just double it. We'll just do 40. Battery wise, I don't think we are really storing enough at the moment. So let's just look. What do we want to set up to go? So we're going to want a 3x, so we're going to want 9. So 3, so 9, 50 for that. Another 4, probably 6. So 60. So if we could do like a full stack. That would be great. But I know it's not happening. But like I said, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to throw another 10 in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 10, right? I'm just going to take 10. I'm not going to take anything major, nothing massively important. I'm going to take this, I'm going to throw 5. I'm going to take that and throw 5. You're going to go. And what I think is going to happen is we're going to end this thrum here for a few. And going to, I want to say make a call, but make a call. Well, I'm going to look a few things up. And might come back. I was going to do Space Engineers. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on a little bit of a more or less get towards working on the other things I need to do, the business side of things, and start working on that, because it's majorly going to be needed going forward. Oh my lord, these last forever. the amount of rigs and the fact that it can't be automated yet is a hindrance. But you could go around and collect, dump it into a chest, and half automate it. It's like I can just do this, drop them into a chest, and it fills it up. And then I just put that and copper into 2 different chests. One will push it over and the other will drop it down. And I can produce that way, I guess. But I need so much wood. So much wood. To really fill up those things. So actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to get it set up for business. And we're going to go that way. I gotta see if I can. I got the logo. I need to see if I can put it on. And I'm going to start working on Excel sheets for P&L. I mean, it's not going to be extravagant. And then eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own program that will actually take that CVS or take the file. I mean, I'll export it out. It'll generate a P&L. And I'll go that way. No clue when that's going to happen, but where I'll be full on using it just yet. But, yeah. Oh. Throw in the wood. Throw you in. Oh, come on. So we're going to let all of that go. I'm going to take all of the copper and whatnot. Not that. Drop you. Throw you in. Throw you in. Take you. I will take you, because why not? And I will say, like, this is massive in terms of honestly where I thought I was going to be. The crafter is not very quick. As this expands, this might be a chest that'll get split out between several. And then, honestly, burners will probably be still a massive source of power. But it can at least curb how much fuel I'm using. So I'm going to throw a stack in here. Gonna take you. Throw you. I see, you know, this is the problem. I get so distracted with all the fun crap. And this is peaceful. Like, this is peaceful. It's relaxing. I've been under a lot of stress. I'll throw you in, take you, throw yet, throw that. And we're to day 30. And soon we are going to start speedrunning this. And I'm going to be doing challenge runs as well. So this will give us, because I only needed, what, 60, so I only need like 120, I would say. This is definitely going to be more than 120. Let's see if I can go and get... We're going to go get 10 more coal. And then we're going to be done. We'll get that set up. I'm just going to let things run in the background here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start designing what computers I'm going to use. I think that will be more than enough. I'm going to let this finish the craft, and then I'll pop it. Okay. So we are going to override it. And see, here's the thing. It's still running. You can escape, but you can't get out. Alrighty, so let's